Hey team, Ray here and here, you're watching MotoNZ. Thanks very much for tuning in. This week we've got a new helmet to set up and show you. Okay, this week we've got the LS2 Victor 2 helmet. It's a road touring helmet, it's a full face, it's not one of these peaked adventure designs that I usually wear, but my old road helmet needed to be put to sleep. Need to be retired, shall we say. So it's time for a new road helmet because occasionally I do need one. This one here, LS2, they say it's a long oval, which means that you're longer from front to back on your head than you are side to side. That said, I've got a pretty round melon. These usually fit me pretty well. It is ECE 22.06 rated, excellent. It's got heaps of vents. So let's get it out of the box and see what it looks like, eh? Alright, so in the box we've got the LS2 information about the Victor 2, we've got an Allen key, we've got a polishing cloth, and I'm led to believe we have a Pinlock, which is really cool because these are, a lot of helmets are sold as Pinlock ready. These are Pinlock ready and come with the Pinlock. Brilliant. Alright, let's get rid of the box. I really like the idea of these helmet bags. But in reality, I never put my helmet back in its bag, so LS2 have probably got the nicest helmet bag I've come across though. And there we go. That is the LS2 Victor 2 helmet in white. Now it's cheaper in standard white than it is in some of the designs. That's not why I went with a white helmet. I've always had funky designs. I've never had plain white. And lately I've been thinking that plain white just kind of looks pretty good, so I went with the plain white. We've also got a bit of stuff to do to this helmet to get it ride ready. Hey, one thing that I think is really cool about the LS2s, especially the Victor 2. So helmets obviously come in different sizes, you know, small, medium, large, XL, all that sort of stuff. And manufacturers usually group the shells for each different size into as wide a group as possible. So you might have extra small, small and medium the same shell size, and then large and extra large will be a bigger shell size. So if you get a large and it shares its shell size with the XL and the 2XL, you're getting the same shell but you're getting more padding. So it's not necessarily always going to fit you the best. One thing I really like about the LS2 Victor 2 is there are lots of different shell sizes. So this helmet will go everything from 2XL right down to 2XS. So extra small, small, medium, large, extra large, and 2XL. The XL and 2XL share the same shell size. The 2X small and the 1X small share the same shell size. And then you've got independent shell sizes for small, medium, and large. So there's heaps of shells. That means that this is, I reckon, going to be one of the safer lids out there when it comes to getting the right shell size for your noggin, for your melon. And what kind of price can you pay? What price do you put on your own head when you're out there riding? I know that I want the best helmet that money can buy at the time. Alright, so let's have a look at the front of this. Extra comfort, breathable, hypoallergenic lining. It works well with glasses. They've got a fit system for glasses. And you can get the LS2 linked in Ride Pal Bluetooth system for this as well. I don't have that. What I'm going to be doing is trying out the Tenere 50S. Now, I've been a cardo boy for a very long time. However, following a previous video where I linked the new GoPro Hero 12 to the cardo, Tenere reached out to me and said, hey, yeah, that's really cool, but you know, we do a thing where you can link this device to the camera and then record the whole group, the whole mesh conversation. That's called Meshport. We're going to get into that in the next video, but they reached out and they said, do you want to try it? And I said, yes, I do want to try it. Because I've been a cardo guy for so long, I want to know what the opposition are up to. Also, cardo can connect to Tenere now. So we'll give that a crack next video. For this one though, we need to dive into this helmet, make sure it fits, get the Pinlock in it, and then if I've got time, I'll put the Tenere on. But we'll see how we go. Right, I'm going to adjust the camera, then we're going to get into it. Alright, I apologise, that's not always going to be the easiest to see what I'm doing, but essentially we are installing a Pinlock. If you've ever been riding a motorcycle and your visor's fogged up, this is the best way that I've come across to stop that happening. I did years of my visor fogging up, riding at 3 o'clock in the morning as the sun comes up, you breathe out and it just goes and you can't see a thing. Pinlock is the way to go. But before we get into that, let's check out the vents on this helmet. So we've got 2 brow vents, little switches to open and close those, nice and easy. Inside here, between the lining and the outer shell, there are vents in the EPS from the, well, they're kind of channels in the EPS from the vents here to the exhaust in the back here. So they're not going to be like ram air vents, but they are going to give you a bit of breathability and that sort of thing. The chin here is quite cool. We've got 2 vents. We've got one here, and these are, in theory, air goes in here and it directs them onto the screen to get a bit of ventilation that way. And the bottom one is a straight through into your face. Then we've got, I think it's a 5-stage visor system. So if I put that all the way up, there you go, look at that, nice and wide. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then closed. You've got a button here and a nice big catch. That's not going to flip open while you're riding. Not that I've ever had that happen with you know, helmets without these clips, but it's becoming more and more common on helmets, and it does close with a nice click. You can tell when that's closed. Underneath here, we've got some massive chin and neck curtains here. We've got the big chin curtain that's going to stop the wind going up here on a cold Wellington morning. And we've got some big padding here as well. Feels quite soft actually. LS2 have always done that pretty well. What else can I tell you? The fastening system. We've got this little pull tab here. This is magnetic. And we pull that and everything comes undone. We release that. It sticks back to where it needs to be, and we just close it to whatever suits. So pull that to release, nice and easy. Alright, we don't need the helmet for now, so let's get rid of that. Now it's quite important we don't scratch the crap out of our visor while we're setting it up, because it's brand spanking new. So we're going to put down a nice soft cloth, and that's what we're going to work on. Visor, let's get into the Pinlock. Give me my Pinlock, give me my goodies. This is your Pinlock. On one side it's nice and flat and has a removable film. On the other side, it has a bead of silicone all the way around and 2 cutouts. Now these cutouts, it goes on the inside here, these cutouts go into these teeth here on the inside. So you want to make sure this is nice and clean, no fingerprints, because if you get fingerprints on it, that is going to annoy you. Well, at least it does annoy the crap out of me. It's really easy. Now these visors are actually very flexible. Can you see that? You can bend and flex them as much as you need to get this on within reason. Okay, so let's get rid of the film first. Alright, one side in, just make sure it's nice and square, and then we're just going to flatten out the visor so we can get the other side in. Done. That is your Pinlock in. Just give it a wee push all around the seal to make sure it's trapping that air in. And that is a Pinlock installed in our LS2 Vector 2 helmet. We can take this off now, and then it'll tell me if I've got any fingerprints on the thing. No, looking pretty good. Nice and clear. Alright, let's bring the helmet back in, reattach. Alright, so line the bits up. Pull the tab forward. And it's in. Now we can do the same on this side. In. Ah! I thought it was in. Turns out it might not be. One Pinlock installed on the LS2 Vector. 2. One Pinlock installed on the LS2 Vector 2. We are now ready to go riding. Only we're not, because tune in next week. We're going to get the Senna 50S on the helmet, and we're going to work out how to connect that mesh adapter system to the GoPro Hero 12. Thank you so much for watching. If you're in the market for a pretty reliable, solid entry-level helmet, I would say, especially given the price, about $250, the LS2 Vector 2 could be the option for you. Obviously, I haven't ridden with it yet, so I'm going to ride with it in a future video and give you my full thoughts. But thank you so much for watching. If you've got any questions, chuck them in the comment box below. Really appreciate you watching this channel, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. All right.